Good morning, Hampton Roads. How's everybody doing today? And welcome to Virginia's only local real estate investing podcast, where we get to talk about local investors, local deals, and all things local. I'm your host, the founder of the Master Investor Academy, and author of my best-selling book, Work Just Gets in the Way of Making Money, Scott Jelinek. How's everybody doing? If you have any questions, concerns, comments, things you'd like to discuss, or properties you would like to sell, go ahead and text me at 757-699-4227. So I got a couple things to talk to you about today, but first I want to apologize that I've been gone for a minute, and I've gotten several texts, several emails, people saying, "What happened? Where are you?" And so for those of you who have texted me, email me, I apologize. I'm back. I've been having a lot of things going on, and I'm going to tell you about some of them right now. So first off, I think I told you I ended up going away to New York. We had a funeral to attend, and so we spent a week there. So clearly I wasn't doing anything while I was there, other than eating my way through New York. I love some White Castle and New York diners. I'm from Long Island originally, so I got to eat my way through New York, but spent a week there. And then we got back and the weather finally broke. And so, I'm jet skiing every single day. I've been loving it, sitting in my yard, reading, jet skiing, having a great time. The real estate business is crazy now. We're going to talk about it in a second. Yesterday, I'll tell you what, yesterday I was on my way, 6 o'clock, 6:30 at night, walking down to get on my jet ski, and I saw a stingray, which I didn't even know we had stingrays here. I'm in Virginia Beach on Broad Bay. I did not even know we had stingrays, and I saw one coming up in the shallow water, and I was pretty impressed. I was psyched. I wish I had my phone with me so I could have took a picture of it or recorded it. Nevertheless, I'm sure it won't be the last time I see it. I had no idea that we even had it. And then on the flip side is we are in college baseball tournament time, and so all day, every day, we are watching these ball games. And so this past week, JMU was close to making it, and if JMU in softball was close to making it, and if they had made it, they lost yesterday. Had they won today, I was going to be in Oklahoma with a friend of mine who's big into JMU, and so we were planned on going out there. Unfortunately, they lost, which is why I'm still here. But we still have two teams in the college men's baseball, and that is, we're big Mississippi State fans. So Mississippi State had made it to the Super Regional, which I believe is until this Friday. I think they play Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Best 2 out of 3 to determine who's going to make it to the College World Series. And if, in fact, they make it, yes, I will be in Omaha. I told my son we'll stay as long as it takes. It's anywhere. It's a double elimination. So last time we went, they made it for 3 games. So I told them we'll stay as long as it takes till they're out. And so I'm kind of excited about that. And then locally, we have ODU, which is playing right now, an insane, awesome game. They're up right now. It's the bottom of the 8th right now, and they're up 3-2. It has been an insane good game. So ODU might make it as well. This is a first. We don't get a whole lot of ODU action making it to the Nationals. And they're doing great. They've had an unbelievable season, and they very likely are going to make it to the World Series as well. So I've been doing a whole lot of that. Now let's talk about what real estate we have going on. While I was away in New York, I had one of my busiest weeks ever. And all I kept thinking, I did some videos on it. I did small ones just on TikTok and Instagram, but I didn't do any with you guys or for YouTube or on the podcast. But I wanted to tell you about some of them because the market is insane right now. So I know I told you about this wholesale I was working on, Princess Anne Plaza. That closed while I was away. A bunch of these deals closed while I was gone. I signed a power of attorney with my attorney. This is a house I bought significantly above what I would be supposed to pay in a normal market if I was going to fully rehab it. But I wholetailed it. I did not rehab it. I did replace a roof, and then there was some moisture damage in the front wall, so I had to take that off and replace that. Altogether, I spent about $15,000, but I did not touch the inside. I did not redo the kitchen. I didn't do bathrooms. I didn't do carpet paint, anything other than that front wall and the roof. We ended up profiting after it closed, after paying real estate agent commissions, paying everything, profiting $49,000 on it, which is absolutely awesome for a wholesale. That wasn't even a rehab, for a wholesale. I have a few wholesales closed this same week. I have one that was just a referral to me that I never saw the house. It was a friend who basically in the business said, "Hey, I got this deal. If you can wholesale it for me, we'll split the money." And this happened twice. 2 of these deals are the same scenario, different investors. Well, one of them, I ended up getting $16,000 each for it. Each 16 for me, 16 for him. And one of them I got, and I never even saw it. This house I did while I was driving. I was on my way to New York. He texted me all the info, and I got it sold while I was gone. Never even saw it. and $18,000 each. He gets 18, I get 18, $18,000 each assignment fee on it. Never even saw the property. So fantastic, fantastic deals. And then I got another one. I was out to lunch with my wife, and I'm telling you where these come from because I have not been doing a blitz in marketing lately, and I've been getting a lot from referrals and other lead sources. Well, I was out to lunch with my wife, and I had an old tenant of mine who was probably 6, 8 years ago, used to be a tenant, haven't seen her or heard from her in about 6, 8 years. And she texted me out of the blue. She was like, "Hey, Scott, do you still buy houses? My daughter has a situation right now and she needs to sell her house. She wants 70 grand for it." I went out and looked at it. I was able to pay her the full amount she wanted. So I bought it for the 70. I contracted it and I signed it, and I made an $11,000 assignment fee on it from a text that I got at lunch. And so it's been on fire. And so I tell this to you because if you're on the sidelines right now, if you are not actively joining the game, you're missing out. This is the time to be involved. When you're in a market like this, it forgives a lot of mistakes. You can actually overpay for something and still be profitable. You can buy outside of our regular numbers and still make money. Our coaching students are crushing it. I got some guys having 2 and 3 deals in a week. I mean, they're just absolutely on fire because, again, we have a lot more flexibility as to what we're able to offer, what we're able to pay. Speaking of which, I wanted to mention a house to you guys. If you've been out on it, I was going to mention it in my coaching group, and I'm going to mention it to you guys too, because a lot of you are local. In Hampton, there's a fire damage house that probably 8 or 9 people in my own group have already had the call, including myself. And I'm curious if everyone's gotten that call and been making offers on this same house. I'm not going to mention the address on here, but you would know the house I'm talking about. Termite Fire, Hampton. And comment down or send me a text if in fact you've been called out to that house as well. So a couple other things I wanted to discuss with you today. Slow flips. The state of slow flips is kind of insane right now. So we haven't had a lot of turnover and the market is as tight as it's ever been, but we've gone up. So we're foreseeing inflation coming, and we're in a tight, hot market right now. And so when we do get a vacancy, we're instantly no more $3,000 down. The low end now is $5,000 down, although some were getting 9, 10, 12, but the low end is $5,000 down, and we're no longer $875. Our lowest dollar amount is $975, but a lot of them we're getting $1175 for now. And we're no longer $89,000. Now we're at $129. And I want to share that with you because that also adds in some latitude and some flexibility on the buying side now, because of the fact we used to always have to stick at certain numbers so that the 875 can make off that payment and have it done in 5 years. Well, now that we're getting a lot of them 1175, that enables us to, if you can find your private lenders, to pay up to 50 grand and still have it paid off in 5 years without any money out of your pocket. So I want you to pay attention to the market. Different dollar amounts are coming in, which enables you now to pay a little bit more if need be. Obviously, still try to buy for your same amounts, but if you need to, or you find a good deal, you have the ability now to pay a little bit more because we're getting more. We don't know how long that's going to last, if and when it's going to change, but right now, I mean, it is on fire. So the last thing I wanted to discuss with you guys today is, for those of you who are local. Now, I know I have a lot of people who listen, and I got a lot of people on YouTube that are all over the country, although this particular podcast I originally designed to be local. That's why it's Good Morning Hampton Roads. But for those of you who are local, today is Tuesday, June 8th. For those of you who are local, tonight we are having an investor night. I'll pop this right on the screen here. Tonight we're having investor night at Pleasure House Brewing in Virginia Beach. It's going to be from 6 to 9. I'm going to be there. A bunch of my coaching partners are going to be there. A lot of other real estate investors are going to be there. No agenda. We're just going to drink beer and talk real estate. But that is going to be tonight, Tuesday, June 8th, from 6 to 9 at Pleasure House Brewing. The address is 2032 Pleasure House Road. It's open to absolutely anybody. There's no agenda. We're just going to drink beer and talk real estate. And so if you are in the local area, if you are in Hampton Roads and you're interested in coming out to meet, you are absolutely welcome. I would love to have you there. We're just gonna, drink some beer, talk about deals we have working. I know some of my people actually have deals that they're looking to sell right now, so they'll probably have a flyer with those. So if you're looking to rehab, it might be a good lead source for you. And that's it. Excited about it. Can't wait to see everybody in person again. We finally got our masks gone, and we haven't had live in-person meetings for a while now. And so tonight's going to be our first meetup. And then starting next month, I'll be able to have my meetings again with my people live and in person, because for a while it's all been right over the computer. So that is all I got for you guys today. I thank you for listening, and I apologize that I've been off for a while. I'm trying to get back in the groove, and we will get rolling again. And if you are local, try and make it out tonight, 6 to 9 at Pleasure House Brewing. We will drink a beer. That's 2032 Pleasure House Road in Virginia Beach. It's right next to Grand Affairs, if you know where that is. And they said to tell everybody, do not park at Grand Affairs. But if you need extra parking, there's a tactical place on the other side that welcomes everybody to park there at night. So hopefully you guys can make it. I look forward to seeing you there, and make sure you do something today your future self is going to thank you for. Thank you for listening, and I will see you tonight.